Today this is episode 8. Hyped because I have my boy Steele with us.
Yo, hype AF to be on the kids' table.
Yeah,
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has.
And we had some scheduling conflicts, I guess. And now we're here, yo. We're here.
It's God's plan.
Dude, straight up. God's plan.
Yeah, man. It's not the first time we've been in the studio.
Not, listen, we had a whole secret career. One people don't even know about. Or probably will not know about for a long time.
Yeah, if they do some deep sea diving, you can find some tracks.
Some, just maybe some bars amongst those tracks, but you know, that's a different wave for a different day. If you catch my drift. Dropping hints, so if you really want to find it, you probably already know what it is. Wave God, Kid Ice.
We're back.
The white clips. I'm pretty sure we used the back like cooked crack line at least once, and it's like Jesus Christmas. Those boys are onto something.
Yeah, we said a lot of things that...
Dude, actually, since this is the record, right? This counts as like the official record. I'm gonna say I no longer endorse Trev Dis 1, 2, or 3. I don't stand by them anymore, as Trev is a pal and a friend. So, Trevor St. Clair, you're my guy. You're my pal.
Yeah, he's my pal too. But I still think the first Trev Dis was like...
I mean, it's classic. He's gonna have to.
Platinum.
He's gonna have to embrace the fact that he was just on the couch watching Martin. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Got a little dastardly in the end, 2 and 3, but number one had some bars. Okay, I don't endorse 2 and 3. Locally endorse out of love and respect for this one. That's the record, probably.
Sketchmaster Fox.
Shout out my man Sketch. That's my shooter. That's my dude.
Who's the producer?
Dude, he was that guy.
So, but what other types of music you listening to these days?
So I really just kind of continued down that path. I've always been on like hard and aggressive music, but I realized you can't like always listen to that because then you'll be like hard and aggressive like all the time. So I've been trying to find like things that aren't that like normal music, I guess. A lot of Sade, honestly, a lot of R&B lately. Badu, I love some Badu. Yes. Random like kind of like artsy indie stuff, I guess, like Portishead. I don't know what that's called, but it's like artistic, like ambience kind of music. I haven't really like progressed into like any like newer rap because it's not really like.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good stuff coming out.
There's just no substance or anything that I really like. Not to be old hip hop guy like 101, but like I just don't find myself in situations where I like that music as much. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every now and then there'll be something that drops by an artist like that I used to like mess with heavily, like Freddie Gibbs. He'll put stuff out and I'll be hyped on it, or like Currency sometimes. But I'm not around like listening to like new Gucci or new Waka.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same feel.
Hate to say it, the man should have got back on that shit because he was a lot cooler.
Not lost so much weight in prison. He looks like a clown.
He looks scary now. Like he's got a jawline that's something I never thought I'd say Gucci Mane would have.
Yeah, it's just like you don't need that. You were cool before.
A lot of good times listening to that man though.
Oh yeah, slanging pies.
Listening
to Trap God.
Pizza God, baby. What an era, man. Dude,
That
you
was
held
an
it
era.
down. Oh, let me dap you up real quick. Get that in the mic. There we go. That was solid. Like you held it down.
Yeah.
Like we were at Papa John's. You because I got kicked out of my mom's house.
Yeah.
And then she didn't give me my car keys.
Yeah.
And I was using your whip to drive.
Yeah.
And I crashed into somebody in it. Because I was just a gosh darn mess. And this man still is my friend and still my boy. So Listen, I should have been holding it down for like ever. Forever.
We were getting it out the mud.
We were in the trenches.
Honestly, that era was straight. I feel like for delivering pizzas, I made like decent money for like what we were doing.
Because we had a really interesting area. Because it was just places, we would go places where the other like pizza like chains wouldn't go. And then
that's true. Yeah, we go far.
we would go to Einsville, and it's like it sucked when it snowed. I will say, but like if you got like a $15 tip, I was just like, I bet. Like I can do this. That's straight.
One time it snowed and I was on like Burn Hill, back roads, and I hit some ice and I literally did a 360 in the car.
Dude,
I was like, dude, this job is not worth it.
You have that moment, right?
Yeah.
I near right outside of Goshen, you know when you get off like Kings Valley and you can either go left into Goshen or right.
Yeah.
I made that right until I think it was like Davis Mill or whatever. Dude, I went straight through the stop sign, through ice, and just like into the cornfield. And I almost hit like 2 people. I'm just like, I don't think I want to deliver pizza anymore. I don't think this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah, no, I mean, characters, like so many bits. A few friends. Shout out Carl and Jeremiah.
Yeah, shout out.
Good dudes. Just endless bits of like just silly people. Man, those were cool days.
Yeah.
Today felt like that. Like when it was like I had nothing to do today, and I just went and got food, and I drove around Damascus in like nice weather.
Yeah.
It was very like reminiscent of like we're outside a certain individual's house, and it's like we're gonna go Cedar Grove, pop back, and just be like chilling all day. It was cool. I definitely. As I'm finding my passion, I'm gonna take advantage of like those small days, because it's like it felt good.
Yeah.
Seeing the boys when they're back is good. Seeing the boys on like just having a good vibe is important. But music wise, back to music, yeah. Hardcore, obviously, it's like basically my biggest personality trait. And that's just because I like relate to it and like multiple levels of it. I've invested like everything into it at points. Time, money, blood, sweat. No tears. It hasn't made me cry yet, but once I'm there, that's all 5, right? But yeah, I love it to death. Because it's like not to be normal, you know, not to be normal. What I'm trying to say is not to be generic, but like for me, it's a little bit more than music. I've made really good friends through it. I've had some of the best experiences of my life doing it. I've like learned new things about like the actual world through it. So it's like always been there for me in a sense. Even though I contribute little, it's always like I try to go to shows and give back as much as I can.
That's big.
But and then I don't see much else.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've mainly just been listening to like local shit. Shout out The Reckoning.
Shout out Cataclysm.
Cataclysm.
AKA
King Griffey. DJ Hilarious.
That's
They got a new music video dropping.
the one at Lake Forest.
Yeah, recorded at Lake Forest.
R.I.P. Lake Forest, small man.
Yeah, straight up.
That it hurts. Low key.
It was a sad day when it closed for good.
Yeah.
So,
I wish I got to go in. I didn't make it to like get in.
It felt like a level in a video game or something. It's just eerie.
No.
And
It's like a Tony Hawk level.
yeah.
Mall.
Yeah.
You know,
straight up.
Like people, I saw some dude from Embark. You know, A-roll, ankle roll.
Yeah.
He was actually skating in Lake Forest Mall. That's some Tony Hawk shit. Yeah, if I can find it on Instagram, I'll send it to you.
I gotta see that.
He's a cool dude. Damascus local. Knows JB, the man that lives with Trev.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Excellent dude.
Me and Snakes used to always like want to skate in Lake Forest. And it's like if Snakes was still living around, we could have did it.
Shout out Snakes. That's a guy that's been around for a minute too.
Yeah.
Had tattoos before a lot of us, man. Before me, for sure. So that is
hand tats and all.
hand tats, neck tats, back tats. He was light years ahead of a lot of us. So I mean, shout out, respect.
Yeah, I need to visit him this summer for sure.
Doing good?
Yeah. He's chilling. Chilling. I saw his mom at Esme's wedding.
Oh, nice.
That was tight.
Shout out to Rivera's.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out my man Eddie.
Yeah, big Eddie, the Dom.
That's my dude. I know Ed for a minute. I used to go over to his spot and play Dragon Ball. Like on a PS1 and 2. And Ali Hodgson's brother, name drop. Nick Hodgson, I remember. He'd come down. He kind of like was a dick to me, but he was like cool to Ed because I was like really young compared to him. But he taught me a lot about Dragon Ball Z, bro. It's like that's really all you can know when you're like 7 or 8 or 9 or however old I was. Just being like, oh, like he used to come over like the Japanese like bootleg DVDs. And we'd be like mad confused. But it would like it made sense, but you know, we'd be like, why is it in Japanese?
Yeah.
It's like what?
Dude, I got some Japanese Pokemon cards from the beach. Got some pretty weak ones, but win some and lose some.
Yeah, no, and that's opening packs. So, yeah. Sometimes you're just shuffling through and you get gold. Sometimes you just spend like $3 to $4 on a brick.
$6.
You just $6 little pack of mid. And it's like that hurt, man.
Yeah.
One time a friend of ours, his mom came back from Japan, and like she bought us all Yu-Gi-Oh cards, me, her, and a couple other people, and I opened mine and I got like this holographic Japanese Mewtwo.
Damn.
Bro, I was bugging. I was like cloud like 12, dude. I was like it has 3 attacks because usually they just had 2. So I was like, oh man, it was. There was no feeling like flexing a small piece of paper that's holographic over other people.
I bet you wish you had this.
Yeah, dude.
You don't though, I do.
I'm basically a millionaire right now, dude. Look at these gosh darn cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, dude. Pokemon cards, being dumb in Damascus as a youth was just like it hasn't stopped. Clearly, like I'm still.
I still do it. I love it.
Oh yeah, dude, just posting up in the dirty.
Yeah, we went to Jank Keys and I was like skating in the parking lot. Dude, those people like looked at us.
Very classic vibe. Posting up outside. I mean, there was one time we posted up outside like 7-Eleven. I think it was like Carl, and he was like mad uncomfortable because he was like, "I want to go back, man." And we're just like,
used to posting.
Dude, we're posting up, dude. We're here. Shout out to Carl Crawford. Saw Slayer for the first time with that man. That's my guy.
Yeah, shout out.
Big love for Carl.
Go fishing and stuff, man. Fishing bass.
That boy could probably fish.
Yeah. Carl's like kind of good at like everything.
Kind of, yeah. I feel like that checks out. He just applies himself and he's like, okay, this is cool.
If I could do it in the octagon, I can do it in life.
He's got like latent T-money abilities.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, oh, I did it, so I'm good at it. It's like, yeah, we know, bro. That's my guy. I love T-money. Shout out T-Hurl.
T-money 420.
T-7000. He hit 7,000 milligrams. Baby. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. I hope he makes the pants.
We were in heavy Star Wars talk earlier today, and I
you talked to the T-money.
Oh, dude, I made sure I got my call in with T-7000. I called him and he was already home, like watching the episode again. He's like, oh, I caught that. That's actually, oh, they might do that. Just like bouncing Star Wars theories. And I told him, like, yo, you should come over to Bruce's. He goes, yeah, I heard about that. I'm like, dude, you were in the group chat, but regardless. Sketch is going to be there. He's like, oh, yeah, you going to be there? Oh, yeah. So hopefully we get some T-money tonight. Some cash. I mean, I've never been around Tom and it's been a bad vibe.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen T and just like, oh, ew. You know, that guy's vibe sucks. Never.
So Tom kind of leads me into my next question. Because I believe Tom is Italian. Yeah, I know you're Italian.
Ooh, spot on. The question.
What does that mean to you, being Italian?
A lot. Like it's a big like cultural kind of like it. Like how I do a lot of things throughout the day. Not throughout the day, but throughout my life is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not even trying to be a pit. It's like I'm really good at like making pasta.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I enjoy making that kind of food. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I love Italian music, you know, like, because I still, like, I like The Sopranos a lot, you know, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like, I can't explain. Most Italians probably have this. They can't explain why they're so passionate about being Italian. They just are.
Yeah.
It's like a genetic thing, I guess.
Cool.
I mean, the other thing is, it's like just kind of how I was raised. Like so my mom's the full-blooded Italian. My dad's not Italian at all. He's a mutt. So I'm 50. I just choose to embrace the other side because I don't know what the other side's hitting for. But we always cooked our kind of food, and my grandparents, her mom and dad, instead of going to Florida like my dad's parents, they decided to come down to Maryland because like my mom and her sister moved down here just because there was more work in Maryland, and they didn't really want me and my cousins growing up in New York, kind of like, I guess they just didn't want that life for us, I guess, whatever that means. But they, we'd always go over there, we'd do like Sunday dinners, big pasta, big gravy, a lot of meatballs, all that, and just like kind of instilled like basic values, Sundays for family for us. So it's like Sunday, put down whatever you're doing, try to make it to your mom's house if you can. That's the plan. Not every Sunday, but most Sundays. And then just like, when you're with family and stuff, it's not like, there shouldn't be any like negativity or judgment in the air. So it's like we drop everything, all the ego is left at the door. There's nothing but love when you walk in. So it's like, no matter what the situation is, regardless of what you're going through, it's like you're here at the dinner table, or like, because what we used to do is we get there a little early, and my grandma would put out a little like charcuterie thing, and then like maybe some like charcuterie, crackers, etc. And like the parents and stuff would drink wine or just like chill. And my grandpa and my grandma, and then like people, like everyone had all the adults had like a role, like they would just go back and forth and like do random things in the kitchen. And then like me and my cousins would just hang out, me, my sister, and then my cousin and her sister. So it was just like 4 of us, not like a big thing. And we would just chill, and then like my grandpa would go out in the patio and smoke a cigar. And I'd sit with him and he'd tell me all kinds of crazy stories, grandpa stories. Like he'd have some like, he met Elvis. He'd always tell us about that. Even at his funeral, that was like the bit. It's like, did he really meet Elvis? We'll never know.
I bet he did.
I do too. And he had all kinds of cool stories, and he was just real, he was the best. Whenever you came in the room, he just made everybody feel welcome. He was really good at that. Like, nobody was never not welcome into his home, and he always made you feel like you were at home, regardless. So it's like, that, I guess, like, if that's being Italian, that was, like, heavily instilled in me. And then, you know what, sometimes I just like using little like catchphrases I pick up. Like, oof, madon, it's like, oh God. I don't really curse, but there's like vafangul, and it's like, F you. I don't use that too much, but I heard my mom say it once, and I was like, that's crazy. Because it takes a lot to draw that out of my mother, like that specifically, Italian person. But yeah, I mean, it's about just like family and like love and respect and a little bit of loyalty. Just like holding it down. I can't say that I'm like the proudest, most Italian, but it's like I definitely just like try to make it known. Because I'm proud of it. I can't front. Like, it's cool. And let's face it, man. I make the mean gravy and mean chicken cutlets. I make, you know what, real shit. Looking around, I make the best chicken cutlet. I'm looking at the mic like it's a person. I make the best chicken cutlets in the DMV.
Yeah.
Straight up. Ask your mom about it. I make them the best. So come out to Baltimore, see me, or have me come over your crib, but 100%, man. I'm confident in that ability.
Yeah, and you're thinking of like starting a business using it, right?
Yes, sir. Big boy. Shout out James Douglas Butler. That's my boy. JD. Frederick Head. You know, honestly, he knows a lot of Damascus, like, random people. Which is really interesting. He's a good dude. And thinking about opening 2 sub shops. One at a time, obviously. First, we got to get, like, it going.
Yeah.
But Big Boys subs, and Big Boys Deli and Market. And we're, 12 subs, and then, like, maybe a little create your own option. And then, maybe baked goods, maybe some little sides and stuff. But we're really just trying to have that, like, that home. That, like, we're just trying to instill ourselves into communities that we think are important.
Yeah.
Like, JD's whole ethos with it, and, like, his moral thing about it is, like, he wants to be like J&P's. Like, you know how, like, J&P's would sponsor, like, softball teams and stuff, and they have jerseys, and, like, he wants to do stuff like that. He wants to be a staple. And our plan is a Frederick location and a Baltimore location. And we both agree with both the plans, so it's like it's 100% transparent. We know what we're getting into. Baltimore, for me, it's like I want to have enough space that I can turn it into a show venue. And I can have people come through and do shows and stuff like that, and I could like feed that community because that's a community that's important to me. And so is Baltimore. I love that city, man. Complain about it all, like all I want, all everybody else wants, but it's like it's a good city. It's got a lot of heart, more heart than most places. Yeah, I'm trying to get that going. Definitely trying to do more tests. Trying to do more little test kitchens. So like, next time we get something together, we're planning something. I'll invite you over.
Yeah,
and
sick. I'm gonna try cutlets.
do cutlets. Eggplant parm. Do just mean stuff. Just like stuff that you can't mess with. I keep looking at the mic like it's like it's like where I'm talking. I gotta be like, hey, how you doing? No, but like just cutlets, eggplant, like all kinds of cold cuts. We'll try to think of seasonals, stuff like that, like crab cakes, Thanksgiving sandwich. Trying to make it a thing, because it's like, look, you get your leftovers, let's be honest, what are you doing? You're subbing that thing together. You're taking whatever, God forbid, your house has, King Hawaiians. Dude, you're putting some lethal stuff together. You're just a monster at that point. A savage. But, yeah, man, we're just trying to figure it out piece by piece. He gets married at the end of April, so, like, after that, I think that's when we're going to go, like, full steam ahead and start to, like, really get going on it. And hopefully we'll have it up, like, by next year, at least one location, or, we'll at least be starting a phase where it's, like, we're selling stuff,
That's awesome, dude. Starting a business is scary, but very rewarding.
And I'm scared and I'm looking forward to the reward. I definitely, I just think I want to do something with my life that has more integrity than like a corporate job.
Yeah.
Because that's what I just left. Won't say it on here, but I left a job recently where I didn't, like, the atmosphere was just plastic, I guess, like, it's like, because like you, like, I've known you like forever, right?
Yeah.
And I can't bullshit with you, you'll know when I'm like on some funny stuff. And like I pick up on that vibe pretty quick with people.
Yeah.
I just felt like everybody in the office was on some funny stuff. I just wasn't. I couldn't continue to operate like that, especially after getting criticism for things that aren't like really my area to be critiqued.
Yeah.
I just made a hasty decision and jumped off the plane, but it's just like I can't do the fake stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I feel that. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, it's really hard to do it. That's kind of like similar to me with like teaching. I've done it, and I've subbed and stuff, but it's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just I can go on and on about why it's rough, but
I'm sure there's small rewards.
yeah, no, there's definitely rewards.
Like you were telling me about those kids, like you had like that like a chubbier kid that was like really dank, and it's just like, I'm sure those are little things.
Yeah, no, definitely met some cool kids.
All work has its rewards. It's just a matter of like the way it tax you. Is it outweighed by the reward? You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I did some cool things at my past job, but it wasn't like worth the way I was feeling.
Yeah,
I was feeling pretty low. So
that's yeah. I would feel like hyper anxious because I would be like in charge of so many kids. So like, I definitely feel it makes you feel a way that just doesn't feel right. And money's important and stuff, but you can find other ways to make money that you would still feel like somewhat good.
yeah, that are more honest.
Yeah.
Like I'd feel honest and good making sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's a vibe that I give off. That's a vibe that like most people can see me in. Like if you went to Big Boys and you saw me on the other side of the counter, and it was because I'm trying to have it be like it's like personable almost.
Yeah.
Like you come in and be like, yo, what's good, Ice? Like we do the dap and all that, and it's like, what do you want? And I make you a sandwich, and that's it. It's like there's no like, oh, if you enjoyed today's meal, like we're gonna send you an email.
Yeah.
No, it's just like two dudes making good food, good subs, good just holding it down, and like just a place that's like community for, because like what we were talking about earlier, like vibes. Vibes are important. Like I'm just realizing this because like I turned 30, and it's like a really like childish way to describe something, but it's like the vibe is important. Like the vibe at the wedding this weekend, top tier.
Yeah.
It was.
For sure.
Everybody was just on one. Everybody was just happy to see each other. A lot of love in the air. Most weddings have good vibes. You know, your wedding had great vibes. Love was in the air. That's really the important thing about weddings. But yeah, it's just the vibe's super important. And it's like if the vibe's fake, like with work or like friendships and stuff like that, it'll like boil to the surface. You know, like you'll see it. Like I'm sure we've known people in the past who it's just like, well done, well damn. I wish they weren't like that, but I mean that's the vibe.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
That is the way the cookie crumbled.
Sorry to turn, but speaking of cookies, you ever had crumble?
I have not. You and Sketcher are preaching a good word on that.
Oh man, yeah, it's changed our lives because it's like every week they come out with new flavors and there's massive cookies.
Oh, that's innovative.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
like their business model. It's marketing to me well.
It's like just cookies. That makes sense. You have a very particular sweet tooth, and I feel like if you can cater to that, it's just like you're in.
Yeah, they got me.
Sweets, and then when it comes to like your savory side, it's very like you get super particular.
Yeah.
All the homies have interesting snack habits.
Yeah.
Like I have a venomous sweet tooth, like it's poisonous for me. I'll eat at chocolate, whatever, peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I'll kill a man in cold blood over peanut butter. Not really. But yeah, dude. And then it's like certain friends like to think they're calorie cutting, but then it's like once they get to a certain level, they're just like, oh, F it, you know, and that's dank.
Yeah.
Just sacrificing it all for like some good little sweet.
All about it.
But yeah, what's your favorite flavor that you've had from Crumble so far? Send me on it.
I was actually surprised how good this flavor was. Like it looked good, but when I actually tried it, I was like, it was the Neapolitan. It's a chocolate cookie with strawberry and then vanilla icing. On another level.
Dude, what? And like it's like discs. It's like this big.
Yeah, it's bigger than a hockey puck, but almost thick as one.
Damn.
Yeah. Like
Damn.
it's tough to eat a whole one in one sitting.
Oh, it's one of those cookies.
Yeah.
It's like
usually eat a half at a time.
it's rich.
Even a quarter. It's so rich. But I feel like you're getting your money's worth because you can eat some the next day. Shit.
Yeah, just keep it in the fridge, maybe.
Yeah, I'm getting too worked up over baked goods. You still been into like comic books at all?
Yes and no. Just because right now, because of like occupation stuff, I don't really have like the bread to get out and go like buy stuff. I just mostly read like old things online when I can. Funny you ask. I'm rereading Dragon Ball Z because I have like the Shonen app and I'm just like running through it. And it's different because it's like, I mean, obviously it's different. It's like a comic book form of the show. Yeah. But it's like some of the dialogue's different. It gets a little darker than the show, which is interesting. But it's just cool to see it in like the original presentation of it because it's like it goes from like book to cartoon, so it's cool to see. And it's just all on the phone. It does get a little like, just as far as me watching it, I'll just be sitting there just like, you know, it's like, dude, I should probably get up or do something. But other stuff, comic book wise, it's like, I mean, I like all that stuff. It's just I'm finding it really hard to get into like superhero stuff at this age. Like, I like a good Batman story. I like good, darker, like, not just more serious stuff. But like, once you get to like, and some of the movies are cool. Let's be honest. Like, the most recent Spider-Man was cool seeing Tobey and Andrew and all that. But I just something about it. It just feels like cotton candy. You know, like cotton candy's good in pinches, but like a whole mouthful of cotton candy, you're gonna sit there with like those like the weird pink color to your lips, just going, oh dude, no, this sucks. So in doses, like I haven't seen a Marvel movie since like Doctor Strange too. It's been a while, like a year and some change.
What was like their main movie? It came out like a few years ago. It was like their big movie.
I think it was like the Avengers, like Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
Endgame was Endgame was crazy, dog.
Yeah, Tom was like, dude, you haven't seen that? Like, you have to see that.
I mean, I won't lie, I saw it 3 times. I was like hook, line, and sinker. I was like, dude, they win this time. He picks up the hammer.
Is it really like that good?
I mean, like, I was heavily invested from like Iron Man. Yeah. You know, crazy being like growing up in a comic book household. You're just like, you know, like at a young age, I love all of it. But it honestly, it wasn't that good of a movie because like it's 3 hours and some change or something like that. That fact check me on that. It's either 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours. Sounds ridiculous, but it's like really long, and then you get like it's basically like a clip show. I thought the one before it was a lot better because it felt like there was like raised stakes and everything was like really serious and bad stuff was happening. It's like stuff that would promote growth and character and stuff like that. But Endgame's like a clip show, but then it has like one of those like Lord of the Rings level like end movie fight scenes, and you're just like the whole time, you know.
Dude, when Lord of the Rings first came out, I was all about it.
Lothar, man.
And my Burger King glass mug.
Respect.
A goblet with a light up underneath.
I didn't get into Lord of the Rings until much later. Because, like, my dad used to big up it, but he used to talk a lot of smack on Star Wars. It's like, it's a nonsensical debate. It's like two things that have nothing to do with each other. But it's like, this one's better. And he's like, shut up. I'm like, oh. And it's like, so I didn't like Lord of the Rings, but then I like actually sat down and I watched all 3 and I was like, that was dope. Like, it's actually a really good, just sequence trilogy. I like it way more than Harry Potter. I'm a Harry Potter hater though, so I mean, that's, you know, that's to be considered. It just didn't,
So it is witchcraft.
No, but so is Lord of the Rings, but at least people are getting killed about it.
No, Lord of the Rings is not witchcraft.
It's wizardry.
It was written by C.S. Lewis, super Christian dude.
R.R.? J.R.R. Tolkien?
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking a lot more stuff. But yeah, Tolkien is also...
He's a wizard guy, dude. He loves, No, it's just Lord of the Rings is cooler. It was just like, yeah, there was magic, but it's like
There's a lot of better like fight scenes and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it appealed more to like adults as well.
Harry Potter.
Right, Hogwarts.
Oh my god, we're gonna be late for like dark magic class. And it's like, oh damn, this sucks. Damn. I mean, granted, it's probably more than that, but shout out the rest of my Harry Potter haters. Damn. I went to go see Harry Potter. Honestly, the truth is, I'm shook because the first time I saw the first Harry Potter movie, the scene where like Voldemort's face is on the back of that guy's head. Fucked me up.
Yeah, it was scary.
That scared me up. You know what really scared me as a kid, but I got over it because it was kind of cool. What's his Who's the dude who plays the Green Goblin?
Yeah. Shit, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought that performance was terrifying. I was like legit scared of the Green Goblin, and then like I saw that movie with some Damascus OGs. I'm gonna name drop one, and you're gonna lose your shit. Marcel Moon.
Oh,
man.
At Regal?
Oh, dude, it was the weekend Regal Open. Bro.
Oh.
Yeah, we were elite. No.
Regal was older than that.
No, Regal Open Spider-Man weekend. We went with, I'll tell you off air because it's like, I'm just going to start talking S. But we went with it was for someone's birthday that was like quite funny. But I remember being in the theater, like at the end, the very end, and I was hyped up because like I was scared of the Green Goblin. Where it's like, you know, the scene where he's like got the glider behind him. I was like, jump, motherfucker, jump! And I was like 7. Not 7, but I was young. I said it really loud, and then he jumped, and I was like, I didn't.
You dropped the F-bomb?
Yeah, loud, man. I was shook. I didn't think Peter was gonna jump. I forgot about the Spidey sense, dude. I forgot, dude. I'm a DC guy. I forgot these things. But yeah, Regal. Actually, if you look it up, there's a Gazette article where it's me, like Mark Moon, I think maybe Quinn was there, and a couple other people running out of the theater like super excited. And it was crazy. Because that was like the biggest thing that happened in Germantown, dude.
Yeah, I love that.
It like shook the earth. No, but it was crazy. It was such a good like. Regal had a really good vibe for a really long time, and then people started to talk S once we were able to drive to Rio.
Yeah.
That was more us just being now. There's nicer theaters if you go further.
There's way nicer theaters, but Regal has that vibe, like you were saying. I like the vibe of Regal, dude.
Dude, you can just get in, honestly. You don't even have to pay for the movie, dude. You just gotta figure it out. You know where else is like that? We should bleep this because it's a real golden ticket. What I'm about to tell you, but Warehouse.
Frederick?
Yeah, dude, if you go on a busy night, you can just walk into anything.
Okay.
So I bought tickets for me and a friend to go see Black Panther, and he ended up canceling because he like didn't realize it was in Frederick. Bum move. But I went to like go get my reimbursement, and I was like looking for somebody, and they were so distracted. I just walked into a theater and just like sat down. I was like, damn, I really could just watch this for free and get my reimbursement. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna be a decent person. But what I'm trying to say is, if you go when there's busier, there's like a big premiere, mostly a Marvel movie, you can just walk in and sit down. Like, no one's gonna say anything to you.
It's a life hack.
Just walk in. They can't stop you.
Yeah, because I remember a couple years ago, I looked at like their showings. Sometimes they would show old movies like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And it'd only be like $5.
Dude, mid-pandemic.
Yeah, it was mid-pandemic.
Mid-pandemic movie theaters were sick.
Yeah.
I went to go see.
You have no one else in there.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I went to go see Akira. It's like a anime, like big 80s one. It was all like hand drawn, so it was crazy. But they re-released it in 4K during the pandemic. So me and like 3 other people from like 3 of my Frederick friends, we just went out, went to go see it. Only 4 people in the theater. It was really dope, and it was like $5. My thing was, I wanted to keep going back because they the week later they were paying like The Empire Strikes Back. I was like, that'd be sick to see in a movie theater.
I'd definitely pay money to watch old Star Wars.
Oh yeah, just like, dude. At certain moments, just loud and like surround sound. Like when Vader.
This is tight.
It's like, oh, whoa, like, oh. It's like, dude. Yeah, man, I love that movie too. Empire Strikes Back is the jam.
I think my favorite is New Hope.
I respect that though, because New Hope, like, something about New Hope, the older I get and the more I look into the world and kind of like need hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, A New Hope makes a lot of sense. It's like, damn. Sometimes I feel like Luke when he's like looking. You know, he's like he's on top of his like little like sand cavern, and he's just like looking at the two suns, like, damn, I gotta get off this. Like, sometimes that's me, like, or what? It was mostly me when I was in Damascus. Like, I would just like sit and be like, damn, I gotta get out of here. And then here I am in Baltimore. I'm not here, but you know what I'm saying.
I feel like Luke didn't need to go to the frozen planet and get inside of that monster.
Dude, he did, bro. He did. What do you mean?
That movies that disturb you, that seemed disturbing.
Oh,
like the guts.
When they cut open the tauntaun.
Yeah.
Like makes this like sad ass noise. It's like, damn, they killed that shit.
Yeah.
They had to go there. The Empire was hunting them down. They're not gonna find them on this big ice ball no one lives on.
Yeah.
But I do agree, it was crazy. It was like gray too. It wasn't like normal color. I just remember being like, ew. I won't go into detail because I can tell if I keep going, you're gonna be like squirmish.
Be triggered.
It's like, dude, don't trigger me about the tauntaun guts. Like,
for real.
No, that poor tauntaun.
Yeah.
I'm a big Star Wars alien fan. I don't think there's a Star Wars alien I don't get down with.
I like the ones that were in the club.
Oh yeah,
or the
dude.
bar or whatever.
They're just chilling.
Just like bopping.
It's like, what do you want us to do? I don't know, just like kind of stand and do this and act like you're socializing. Like, like, okay, cool. Wookiees.
Yeah.
Can't be the good Wookiee. Ewoks.
Ewoks, I was thinking. I was like, what are the little guys?
Ewoks, man. They had gliders, dude. That shit was sick.
Which movie was that? Which one was that?
Return of the Jedi.
It's probably my second favorite.
Dude, it's great. Return of the Jedi's sick. I just like Empire because it's like this like dark moment, but you know it's gonna get better. It's just like a really cool like. It's like, wow, they strike back.
They weren't capping.
No cap. This shit's buzzing. They struck back. Dude, Darkseid is buzzing right now, bro. Yeah, dude. The Star Wars. I still like Star Wars stuff. Like I'll never like. For example, new episode of Mandalorian dropped this morning. As soon as I woke up, had my coffee and my little breakfast, overnight oats. We'll get into that. Let me tell you, I've been fucking the game up with them overnight oats. Yeah, dude, I'll wake up, I'll watch Mandalorian, be super hyped on it.
I need to get caught up on that.
I like the Mandalorian. You got time this season. It's a little bit of a dragger, but a lot of people are hating because they've like never watched another TV show. You know, they've never seen like a slow season of a TV show. They're like, dude, it's ruined. Star Wars is over. It's like, dude, no, it's just having a slow season. Like, not every season's gonna be like this 10 out of 10 like, dude moment.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's building up to something dope, then who cares?
I also think a lot of people have nothing to worry about but Star Wars. I was reading something online where this guy was like, I'm legitimately like distraught. I'm like, dude, shut up. I just unfollowed him. I'm like, I can't read this shit, dude.
I'm stressed out, dude. I can't eat.
Dude, I literally threw up this morning after watching the episode. It's like, damn, dude. What do you do for a living? Nothing. It's like, oh, sick.
Oh,
Just being a Star Wars nerd. Respect for all my Star Wars. Shout out T7000, bro. That's my boy. He gets what I'm putting down. I also, like, I read some of the comments, And like, I just think Star Wars fans have no life experience. Like, they've never like, they're like, why did they totally made the end of the second finale useless? Because he goes back on what he decided to do. It's like, you've never made a decision, like, ever in your life. Like, it happens, bro. Like, sometimes you're like, I don't want to do this shit. You know? I thought I did, but I don't. And then people are just like, no, it can't happen like that. It's like, fucking nerds. If it's in the movie, you can watch it.
Yeah.
Shout out. That's who the birthday was.
That's who I thought.
That's what. Okay, I'm glad you picked up on that. Let's go.
I hope that one was killing it. Probably
Probably is. He's probably got his own like situation going where he's like happy and thriving.
Yeah, that's like he has a wife and like 7 kids. And they all have Game Boy Advances.
Dude, they all have like advances, and then like they have like everyone has their own independent Switch in the house, and they all like switch up at night. Get it?
Yeah. No, yeah, you were telling me the Pokemon Stadium's going
Yeah, dude. I've been thinking about, honestly, I was like, I got a lot of time right now, right? So like, hold on, let me check my phone real quick. Just so, okay. We were supposed to go to dinner with not go to dinner, but go to my parents' house for dinner.
Yeah.
But they like, I've been kind of like dropping the ball on that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'll be there at 6. I get there like at 6:45. They're like, what the?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to keep eye on the time, but I haven't gotten any contact, so we're good. But so like an emulator is when you can take like an older video game console and you can put it on the computer, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've used them a little bit.
So I saw somebody who had a N64 emulator. They had Pokemon Stadium 2. But they also had an emulator for a transfer pack, which they used for an emulator for Pokemon Gold. So they were able to do like, basically what like cost someone in like the 90s like a small car payment. Like they could just do by downloading a couple programs and then just like, it's crazy. It's like they a physical manifestation that probably cost like $250, $300, like somebody just downloaded for free. Like dude, back in the day, it was like, do you remember link cables?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, it's like somebody whooped out a link cable and everybody had their Game Boys. It was like going to war. It was like, dude, and it just like beefs were settled and made. Dude, one time I went to Herc's and he like whooped my ass. I went home crying, dude. Like I went home like he like physically assaulted me, bro. And then I just like came back the next day and like got back at him and I was like, "What's up, Fields?" In his own house. Dude, it was like insanity. It's Pokemon beefs. Pokemon beefs and Super Smash beefs. Super Smash beefs are different because those should be settled in one game. But like Pokemon, you had to go home and train. You had to rethink your whole strategy. Dude, that was like some of the. What I'm trying to say is, when Pokemon Stadium gets to the Switch, best know I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna make somebody cry in this house. Doesn't matter who. It don't matter.
I remember one time we went to College Park. We played somebody in Smash. And I was like, damn. Just whooped their ass.
Bro, I was just cleaning up. That was a JV spot, right? Yeah, that one guy tried to punish you about like weed.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I smoke way more than you, bro. Dude, like seriously, like I'm a gas head. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's cool.
Yeah,
He's like, play me in Smash. I'm like, oh. And I won. And I continued to win.
Yeah.
I should have put money on this shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Kev. I think I beat Kev. V wasn't home, but I beat mostly everybody in that house.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
That's what it
Good
is.
vibes. Yeah, no, dude. Just like not being really good at video games or like obsessively good, but being good enough to when like
In a casual setting,
yeah,
kick some ass.
it's a very good feeling. Pokemon, I'm like, I got too much experience in that one, but like Super Smash, Halo is the best. Halo 3 or 2 in like a casual setting.
Throw up the deuce.
Shout out Halo 2, baby. Game elite. Dude, that game, man.
Yeah, even I could get some kills in that game. So lucky kills.
Dude, no, you're pretty good. Usually it's like those nights where we're at these and it's just like a constant like rotation of like 8 different maps. It's like most of the time it's like it really rotates with the map. It's like one person gets first and it's whoever didn't get first gets first and just keeps going. Yeah, Halos.
I think it was just because like back in like 2000 or like 2001, 2002, all the birthday parties were go to Pizza Hut and go back to their house and play Halo.
Yeah.
And it was just heaven.
Heaven on earth, man. When high school, I'd go to Friday night if there was nothing going on. We'd all go to Joe's house. Joe Mack, respect. Dude, we would just like tear apart Halo 3. We'd play for hours, dude, just hours upon hours. It would be like me, Kirk, Jordan, Joe, Trevor, sometimes Matt Gray. Yeah, another person I haven't.
Finance head.
Yeah, finance head ass, old successful head ass. But yeah, dude, it was just like we tear apart Halo, and it was cool because like the other thing I did in like those like sleepover sessions was gained a lot of weight because Joe's mom would order like Domino's or Pizza Hut every time. What would happen was you're probably hip because I think another friend of ours has told this story in a very more extreme manner, but like we'd be sitting at Joe. And like you'd hear the door open, like, Joe, can you come upstairs, please? And Joe would like scurry on upstairs, and we'd just be like, all of us would like look, and then we'd just keep playing. And then like Joe would come downstairs and be like, you guys want pizza? We'd be like, yeah. And then he'd like run back upstairs, and like he'd come down. My mom ordered pizza, and we'd be like, bet. And then he was just like, oh, okay, it's understood that happened every single time. Joe, can you come upstairs, please? And he'd come downstairs and just be like, she ordered pizza. I'm like, Joe. Because Joe was a single child, so it's like his parents were like down to do like literally anything.
They probably had the bread to cop like 4 pizzas for the boys.
Oh yeah, they were the best too. Like they would just they drive us to every show we wanted to go to. Because they like to go to those things too. There were a lot of events where like his parents were just there chilling with us. Or like we'd come back and like report to them after certain bands and be like, what are we doing now? It's like, where do we go for this? Did a lot of music downloading at Joe's house. Like Friday, if like, dude, no, like the scary depths of like death metal and hardcore. DatPiff was also part of it towards the later end once I like developed social skills.
Rest in peace, DatPiff.
Rest in peace, man, dude. Like you and me could mess up a DatPiff server.
Yeah.
Dude, we had infinite knowledge. But they, yeah, dude, we would just like Friday night if it was nothing going on and like we didn't really care about like domestic football and all that.
Yeah.
So we would just go to Joe's house and just like sit in front of a computer with like a couple computers and then we'd watch DVDs and like we'd go to Lake Forest, you know, RIP. And we'd get like CDs and we'd read the like
FYE.
Yeah. We read the little CDs that are like, you know, this band thanks so and so. And then we just sit there and we would just like go on LimeWire and download everything. And then throughout the week we'd listen to it and the next week we'd be like, we just have little suggestions. Trevor was heavy when we were on that grind. We'd do it at like multiple people's house. My house, Jordan's house, and Joe's house. Didn't do it at Herc's house because like
his parents were a little stricter.
Oh no, Dean was like the bandwidth police, man. Dude, like he was a cyber cop.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you're messing me up, man. And I'm up all day. We don't.
Come on.
Yeah, Herc's house was like.
Herc.
Of course. Just go upstairs, throw the hands, go upstairs, and then like come down. My dad said we can't use the bandwidth. But it's like at that point we'd all be stoned, so we'd all be sitting there like, okay. Or like we'd just stop.
We did just go walk in the woods.
Yeah, like 9 p.m. Just around. Dude, me and her, I think the dumbest thing I've ever done was with her. There was like an ice storm like a really bad one. And like me and Kirk were at his house.
I mean, that's no day that hurts you.
When you were there, it sounded like it sucked. When we were a little younger, so it wasn't as, we weren't on some as serious of a tip, but me and her were like in the backyard, like on his deck, smashing like ice over our head. But it was like, we do light ones, but then I took like a heavy one, it was going, and it didn't break. And I was like, shit. And then like we sat there and like laughed for a while, and then it was like, there was like, you know how this hill is just like super deep?
Yeah.
And it like has levels?
Yeah.
It was all ice.
Yeah.
And so like me and her put helmets on, and we just like went head first down like the hill, and like hit like a tree at the same time. So we like went like this. And, like just two separate directions. Like, that was sick. Yeah, it was like the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Like S tier stupid shit. Love the guy. That's somebody I've just started like hanging out. Not hanging out with, but like talking to.
Yeah, he's a busy man. Just got the house. Family helped him move in. She helped me too.
Nice.
But yeah,
Baby.
happens. Where's your favorite place to vacation at?
My whole life we've gone to Florida for like family experience, but personal vacations, I don't know. Favorite vacation spot. Because I don't really want to say Florida because we didn't go anywhere exciting. We did like Fort Myers. And it was cool because we'd be at my grandma's house and that'd be the whole vibe, but I don't know. California's dope. I've been there once. Twice. I've been there twice. First time was with Bruce. I stayed at his spot. Second time I went for work, but then ended up linking up with Bruce at the end of the trip. And that was super sick. I'm just trying to think like all my things. I do kind of not very exciting vacations. I've been on a cruise, but I was like real young.
Yeah. I mean, Florida's dope.
I'll say Florida, like for lack of a better answer, Florida. Florida or California, both really extreme answers.
Yeah. Probably two of the best beach states in the country.
Dude, it's Delaware, baby.
Yeah, I do love this Delaware.
Oh, dude, you know what? I mean, dude, honestly, Ocean City is sick.
Oh, yeah.
Your bachelor party, brother?
Yeah.
We were
time.
just some dudes we were just guys being dudes. It was a really good time though. That was a blast. And if you go with the right people, it's always like regardless of the situation. Yeah, no, I'd say that's a really hard. I did not expect that question. That was really difficult.
No, that's all good. Next question. Top 5 dead or alive. That's one of your OG questions.
Oh shit! Wow. Yeah. like rappers.
Yeah, rappers.
His answers changed a lot over time, but as I've grown to know myself, I know what I like, and I know who I like. So, Gucci, number 1, because it's what I listen to the most.
Yeah.
I love Brick Squad. I love all that stuff. Biggie, because that's like the first rapper I really got into, started listening to. I thought he was spitting crazy, like he was talking about like violent stuff, and I'm like, that's crazy, it sounds like a metal song. Pimp C.
Oh yeah.
Pimp C. Long Live the Pimp. Wayne.
Yeah.
If Wayne's not in my top 5, what am I doing?
Team Birdman, say.
Respect Birdman if he sees this, respect.
Yeah. No disrespect, Birdman.
Yeah, we'll put respect on your name, brother.
Who Who was the one guy that passed away that you were like?
Sean P.
Yeah, Sean.
That's right. Yeah. So Gucci, Pimp C, Biggie, Wayne, and Sean P.
That's a solid follow.
It's a brick hand.
If I only had to listen to their music, I would last a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it's like different vibes, but it's all kind of the same vibe.
Yeah.
Like they're all like aggressive rap music, but it's like in different facets and ways.
Yeah. Exactly.
Where you at though? I'm gonna reverse that question. The Uno reverse top 5.
Top 5. Definitely Lil Wayne. Not because he's like number 2. He's definitely Young Scooter. Love Young Scooter.
Happy New Year,
yeah.
motherfucker!
It's a beautiful day.
I'm gonna Megan Brink in Colombia.
Yeah.
I probably fucked that up. It's a street lottery, baby.
Yeah, Gucci, of course. Tupac.
Okay,
Tupac
respect.
guy. Number 5, I have to go Jody Highroller.
Yeah, Rip. Honestly, if it wasn't Riff Raff, I thought you were gonna go Paul Wall.
Yeah, no, I like Paul Wall, but honestly, I don't know a lot of his music. Really don't.
And Riff's a goat.
Yeah, I know way more of his music. And his music videos were just so dope when he was first cranking them out.
They're insane. Oh, runners up though. Jay-Z, because I mean, like I do like Jay-Z's music, but I just like everybody else's a lot more. Action Bronson,
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs, and like real shit, Currency, man. I love Currency. I love Currency, dude.
Hospital. Definitely, his shows were the most fun to go to.
I think, dude, because we've seen Currency at least once together, right?
Probably twice. Yeah.
Dude, remember Sneaker Pips?
Yeah, that was legendary.
We dapped up Fat Trell, it was crazy.
Yeah, I guess we did. Yeah.
Fat Bleach.
Yeah.
They did like the Wild Boy remix, like the Slutty Boy. I'm a slutty boy. I'm a slutty boy. That shit was awesome.
He's been putting out some heat since he's been out.
I will say post lockup. First off, him coming out was like the generic lockup video.
Yeah.
You like Drewski?
Yeah.
He posted a video, goes every rapper when their
Yeah.
boy comes out of lockup, and I was like, that's literally the video, like
Yeah.
bar for bar, flow for flow.
I have a feeling that Fat Trell kind of knew that in the back of his mind.
Like that's how he was gonna come out.
Yeah, like he probably definitely saw that on Twitter when he was out there.
He is a really good rapper. Dude, we rode around to that. Dude, Nightmare on East Street and April Fools, just like heavy rotation. Respect with the tech. My silencer. It was Michi. What was the one? With a pocket full of bullets. Like we were Drew puts it really well. Yep. Tokyo spinning through like with the go-go beat. Yeah. Drew put it really well. He was like, we were on that like tip aggressive before a lot of people, and like wherever we went, we would just rep it. So if we were at like a Clarksburg party, we would just play it. If we were at like random like houses doing whatever, you know, getting into shenanigans, we just run it and see what people thought, and it was just like, I don't know, we were definitely. We were the Pimp C line. We were the kids in the burb sipping on syrup. That was us. That was definitely us. We were on some nonsense.
Yeah.
But I mean, it made for good times and great memories.
Lots of good memories. I know you got some new ink recently.
Oh yeah.
Any more tats on the menu?
So I want to finish my arm. Shout out Matt Torres. That's my dude. He is tattoos at Black Label Tattoo in Frederick. He's a real genuine dope dude. Whenever he's tattooing me, it's really organic. It's not like I have to sit there and kind of like force conversation. We just chop it up. We've become friends. Like it's not one of those things where I'm just like, thanks. Yeah. Like we're talking like basically the whole time. Like he's really cool dude. At Tengu Torres on Instagram. If you ever want to peep. He does like mostly Japanese traditional. But to answer your question, the plan is I want to finish this arm, like my right arm, and get like a, just kind of turn it into like, almost like a cemetery. Because it's like you got these two dead heads, and then my friend was like, you should take this, like the little like the papery tattoo, and turn it into like, cut it off like here, and like turn it into like a tombstone. So it's like it looks like that was on the tombstone, and he was saying like putting all kinds of like snakes and flowers like up the rest of it.
Sick.
Yeah, so that it's intricate, but it's like when everything's right, I'll start. But he's definitely really cool dude. Loves hardcore. We love talking about hardcore. We talk about mostly everything when we're just like when he's tattooing me. Super solid dude. Black label tattoos, great. I get mostly tattooed in Frederick, just because I don't know anyone anywhere else. But like, I'm probably gonna start like exploring in Baltimore. Because like, why not? But after I finish my arm, I think I'm just gonna do like little dilly dallies on my leg, like whatever comes to mind. You know, I'm not gonna make this be like some sleeve thing. I just want to get cool stuff on my legs. And then when the day comes, when I lose all the weight and the day comes, it'll be belly time.
Okay.
When I'm chiseled.
Yeah, my stomach tattoo too.
The back will be like, I'm like 40.
Yeah.
I'll just take a week off, like 2 weeks off work. I'm in pain. It's weird though. Definitely like, I know people like are now, oh, anybody can work anywhere, but even if they have tattoos. But sometimes I do feel like you feel people staring, especially because like honestly, my right arm has a really like violent nature of tattoos.
Yeah.
It's like blood and guts and stuff. So it's like it's all in my head mostly. But it's like I do feel like people stare at it and get like a negative stigma just because it's like graphic imagery, as they should. You know, not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's just it's tattoo stuff.
Yeah. I definitely want to get a couple more. But we'll see. I might hit up Drew's one boy friend who does tats. I think in Frederick.
Word.
He does it for the logo. He seems good enough. He's not like that sketchy guy that's like, I really want to get a tattoo.
No, I mean Drew. The guy Drew went to, he's like he doesn't have like a shop, but he's got like a legit operation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's like what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm mostly. Because that's the thing. Like I like to get like. It's like a collection for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm collecting like, well, for my legs at least it'll be like that. But for like my arms, it's like I want, like this is Matt's canvas. Like he can do whatever he wants. Like this arm, that's basically what he did. I was like, dude, just a dragon is what I request, and some cool guy. So he made like a sage, and then like you have the dragon, and like he did this like years ago, like 2015. But like, yeah, it's yeah, I love tattoos, bro. It sucks. Like, I'm not gonna sit here. I hate being the guy who's like, I don't feel pain, or like I love the way it hurts. Like I don't. Like I got my leg tattooed and I could like barely walk for a week. That sucked. But yeah, no, tattoos are sick. They are sick. Body mod, baby.
So where can people find you on social media? If you're comfortable with something.
I was supposed to change it, but I don't think it changed. I thought it did. No, it's still what I thought it was. So I'm on Instagram at eternal_gleaming_Steele. That's probably gonna change. I'm trying to get it back to Big Homie Steele, but I think that was taken up. The only reason I changed it was because people from work were trying to like start to find me. They're like, nah, we gotta switch that out, baby girl. No, we're not doing that. So Eternal Gleaming Steel, underscores in between. I'm on Twitter as Fat Bulldoze Fan. It's a band. And what else am I on? I'm on Crate. If anyone likes listening to music and like reviewing music, I'm also Fat Bulldoze Fan on that. And Yeah, my personal number is not.
Yeah. Social security number.
Phone number is 281-330. Damn. 281-338. Damn, I do not remember. Bad Mike Jones fan right here. 281-330. What is it? What's the number?
204.
301. 281-330.
Yeah, that's not good.
And then it's like, I don't remember the last four.
Need to listen to that album.
281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones is about to. We fucked up a whole summer to that record. Bought that shit at FYE, and it was just like, this is all we're listening to all summer.
Yeah. I remember that song. That's a good song.
5 years from now, like ooh, grandma. It is R.I.P. to grandmas. Rest in peace, Big Mo.
Oh yeah, Big Mo.
Have you ever listened to City of Syrup? Dude, City of Syrup is a banger. What are you listening to music on?
Mainly just YouTube, man.
Bro, I'm gonna send you some. If you're on, actually, also, if you're on the lovely website of Spotify, I am. Follow me on Spotify. I make all kinds of like playlists and stuff. I think I'm still Big Homie Steele under that. Yeah, I'm still Big Homie Steele on Spotify. So, yeah, I make playlists. I actually have some really good Waka playlists. A couple good, what else? I have a Gucci playlist, Freddie Gibbs. I have a R&B playlist. I'm watching somebody do like push-ups. Like out the window. I got distracted. Going on. All the way back there, just like.
Get it how you live.
Yeah, man. It's honestly really nice out. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Definitely hit me up, bro. I'm just a guy being a dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't really do much, but I do a lot. Once Big Boy Subs is a thing, slide through. Let me make something nice for you. But yeah, nah. Thank you for having me, Nick.
Yeah, no, man. It was a pleasure having you on. For the signature handshake.
That's a joint.
Yeah, keep your eye out for Big Boy Subs coming out later.
BigBoySubs.com.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dude, that was sick. Hell yeah, dude.